ang representative po ng PPCRB, Dr. Arvin Serrano, and Sir Don Ramos Jr., sir. From the Philippine Computer Society, Sir Edmundo Toti Casino, magandang umaga po, sir. Undersecretary Alex Ramos of the CICC, magandang umaga. Sir Osric Primo Bern Kibot of DOST NCR, as well as Sir Jason Maggie, magandang umaga po. Attorney Andrew Sidora, Office of Commissioner Fredolino, magandang umaga. Sir Joel Aison of the National Movement for Free Elections, magandang umaga. At ito pa pong kabahagi pa ng COMELEC Technical Evaluation Committee at ating po mga kapatid sa media. Online po ngayon at present with us today. Also, the members of the TEC, Director Franz De Leon of the DOST Advanced Science Technology Institute, Sir Franz, capabilities online, at si Mr. Zareno Topacio of the DICT Cyber Security Division. Of course, this activity is spearheaded by the COMELEC member of the TEC, Director Eden C. Bolo. Also present with us is Director G. Toroy Tamam, dito po siya, ating Director for ITD, as well as the head of the technical group of the COMELEC PMO. To begin our program, may I kindly request for an opening statement, Commissioner Ernesto Ferdinand P. Maceda Jr. Sir.
Dito na ako babatiin yung mga binati ni Director Rex, except yung mga hindi niya nasabi. Nandito rin si Chairman Angel Navarrete ng Fred. Kailangan ko batiin si Chairman Angel dahil kung hindi ko binabasa yung kanyang column sa Trusted Build, magiging kulang ang pag-unawa natin. But I'm very happy to see each and every one of you here, especially the media. The media is here to represent. They are the eye of our public. Because after all, you know, it's just to build trust of our people. This is day 2 of the 3-day exercise. From my notes, you know, trusted build means makaisa sa NLE, which is integrity, security, and accuracy of the automated election system. But more than that, what's important is, as Director Rex enumerated all the people who are here today, that's why you said Alex Ramos, is that this is truly a collaborative effort of the stakeholders. The TEC, the Pro-VNP, our international certification provider, is a go-on. But they're part, it's supposed to be of this group. Our citizens' arms, our local social source code review teams, political parties, candidates, election watchdogs. So what we're trying to do here is to bolster confidence in the electoral process by ensuring that the system is already verified, observed and tested, VOT vote. So I'm happy to be able to start this year with you. This December 30, when we're all supposed to be home and just preparing for the incoming year. But if you don't do this properly, then the year that comes is going to be beset with difficulties. But if you do it properly done, trusted build as a trusted people, and that's the most important thing for all of us. Welcome all of you, everybody.
Maraming salamat po, Commissioner Maceda. Thank you for giving us the guidance in this activity. Hindi po natin may sasagawa ito, of course, without our partners, the international certifying entity, Pro-VNP of Alabama, USA, headed by Mr. Jack Hopp. Sir, good morning. And of course, our partner for the EMS Fast Track Meter Systems, the joint venture of Meter Systems. Okay. Just a quick backgrounder, as committed by COMELEC, this is a series of live tests. The first one, which we did on December 23, was the local mode of the EMS source codes. Reloading na ng data, dito wala nang pagbabago at dito po yung i-deploy na para magamit na po natin sa 2025 elections. At sabi rin po natin dito, pagdating sa production mode, yung files natin, project files, are read-only files so that the developers cannot make changes anymore. So pagkatapos po nito, yan na po yung final natin, the please subjected to the trusted bill, and para po magamit na natin po lahat ng configured files dahil na-testing na nga po natin muna. Normally, hindi naman po talaga sinasubject sa live test yung local mode natin, but Comelec opted even the local mode or the development mode to have it subjected to a live test. His guidance on today's activity. Director Franz, please, sir. Director Franz, sir. And my apologies, Mr. Dito, for not acknowledging you, sir. Magandang umaga po muli.
Hi, good morning everyone. I hope you can hear me clearly. Attorney Rex, hi, I can see you on the screen. All right.
There's no audio coming.
On behalf of the technical represented by the Chancellor from the Department of Science and Technology, and of course Mr. Palacio from the Department of Information and Communication Technology, and of course Director Eden Bolok from Comelec. So again, welcome to this trusted build of the election management system. So as we know, the trusted build process is very crucial in the whole process of our elections. It's about building the trustworthiness of the systems and softwares that we are going to use. So we are pleased again to have this trusted build process this morning for the election management system. We know the importance of the EMS, which is our software used to manage the various aspects of the election process, including planning, organization, and execution of the elections efficiently and securely. So for this morning, so we expect a short process similar to what we have witnessed last week. So again, thank you everyone. I understand that today is a holiday here in the Philippines, but you are here to witness the trusted process. So again, good morning everyone.
Thank you very much, Director Franz De Leon, who is the Vice Chairperson of the Technical Evaluation Committee. So now, to begin the program, Sir Jacob, we turn over the floor to you. The live test.
Good morning. Good morning. Good evening, and also find ourselves 7 days from 7 days ago, building the EMS again. As I stated that night, it was a candidate, and the reason we're having a debate over it is because once they investigated further into the
getting the EMS into production, they discovered that the build had been a profile build for a local device, not for all of the NAS architecture or all of the devices that are needed to run an actual production system. So that they did research and found out what the issue was, and the PMO has asked us to try to build that as fast as possible because they're not trying to find ourselves here on holiday or Filipino holiday. With that said, I'm going to throw able to see the screen is blurry. We'll try to straighten that out.
But some of these things, the graphics are going to be blurry. When we get to the terminal where we're doing actual commands and things like that, we can kind of clear it up. For those who
All last time,
understand,
the
hardest
hardest
part is going to be loading Linux into the OS. That takes the longest. And from there, everything's just it's shorter and shorter and shorter. You get to the end, but the build actually takes about 4 minutes. It's just build up to all of that.
all of that said,
I'm going to go ahead and get started. It was not necessary to have a clean computer completely.
this is one we've been doing dry runs on.
And that's because it's a virtual machine. So there's a virtual machine here now, and we're going to start by creating an EMS virtual machine.
Click new. The name of this is going to be EMS. Well, we're going to select the ISO for Linux that's on the desktop, and then we're going to go next. We're going to change the username to EMS. The password will be EMS. We're not worried about security because it's getting deleted when this is all over. And then we put in EMS. Why is it not giving me next? What is going on? Did I forget something over here? No. Everything's there. Do it again. See if that gives it to us. Why is it not loading up? Oh, no, I don't want the guest editions. Okay, let's go back. Ubuntu, Linux. Yes, yes, yes. EMS is good. Oh, the passwords don't match. That would have been smart. Try again. And then we'll do EMS here. Still not letting me go forward. What am I not doing right? Key. Domain name. Everything checks out. Haven't had this issue before. What have I not done? EMS, EMS, EMS. Everything is the same. I have no idea why this is having a problem. Anybody wants to chime in the chat, I'd love to hear it. Everything's good there. Everything's good there. Oh, it wanted me to type the whole name. Okay. So we're also going to now move it up to about 4 megabytes, which is the minimum spec. There. We're going to crank it up for 4 processors there. And then we're going to hit next. And then we're going to have a 25 gig hard drive. We're going to click next. This is a summary of the machine. We'll click finish. We now have a machine. And it's firing it off. I'm going to close this window because you don't need to see the notifications. We're going to expand this. Get rid of that. This is killing me. Now loading Ubuntu as an operating system. And this is the longest amount of time that any one task will take. And Ubuntu now is going to take time copying over files, installing the OS. And this does take about 10 to 15 minutes. When this is over with, we will be installing bzip2 to unpack. We'll be attaching the guest editions, and then we'll be copying over the EMS source code. Right now, we're just all at the mercy of Ubuntu. I'm going to step outside for a second, and we should be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. And we're still running Linux. It's going to take probably about 3 or 4 more minutes for it to install fully. And we're still copying files.
Thank you.
And now we're rebooting. So we should have an install of Ubuntu. And Ubuntu's coming up. Let's hope it took. And it looks like we're up. We're gonna have some pop-ups here for Ubuntu. Close those out, and then we do a little housekeeping. Next, next, next. Finish. And now we need to go to settings, system. We're gonna work on the date and time because I don't think it's 3:45 in either of our time zones. We want to select, we're gonna type in Manila, Manila, the Philippines, and turn off automatic. It is not 11:45 your time, I don't think. We're gonna turn that down to 9:45. And everything else looks good. Close that. We're going to now go to here. It's not connected. I wanted to check that. USB. We need to now connect the USB that has all the prerequisites in it. And it is now connected. We want to, that's the host, sorry. Okay, USB. We're gonna go to the Samsung. And I have, did I not click it? No, I didn't. and I don't need help. Oh, we need to get rid of the optical drive. Porcelain mount. Why can't it attach the drive? Another great thing. There is a problem with this drive. Windows has it. So Windows has got the drive, and so since it has the drive, it will not allow us to use it until I disconnect it. We go to safely eject from Windows. Need to safely eject it. Okay, we're going to go back to the virtual box. And see if I can get it. Windows will not release it. It's under autoplay, I guess. Let's see. Well, that doesn't show it having it. Devices, USB. I am going to shut this box down and we will restart. Power off the machine. Okay. Going to go to the host. And reconnect it and then tell it to rid of it. I can't do that. This has not happened either previously. No, what the problem is, I just can't get Windows 11. Okay, let's try again. I'm having more problems with VirtualBox. Windows is not letting go of this device. I'll just go into Windows and unmount it through the command prompt. All right. The drop letter to assign it. It didn't assign it any of them. Close D. Better settings, USB. Yes, there's a giant note here that says turn on the USB 3 controller, and I didn't do that. So we're moving on from there. We got past that hurdle. Now we are going to copy bzip2 to downloads, paste it there. It's there. We're going to open terminal and downloads and tell it to sudo bpack -i space home /e capital DON downloads bzip2 bzip2.dev, and that is now installed. Now we are going to delete this because we don't need it anymore. It's now installed. And we're going to go to devices, to guest services. Which now should be attached. We're going to go to guest services. And we are going to run as a software. Run. Gonna need password. And now we're getting a messaging for all the guest additions that are being installed. Okay, that's guest additions are now installed. Next, we're going to need to copy over the Trusted Build EMS code. Here is the hash values. I'm going to pull that up. Something's going on with the video driver, but the hash value is up. This is going to go with it, so we'll check it on the other side once we copy the EMS code. We're going to copy that. We're going to put it in downloads. Thought I deleted that. Wow. Trusted Build EMS code. Copy. Downloads. This thing is flaking out, so I'm going to go ahead and reboot it. Power off machine. Okay. And we're going to start it again. And we'll start. Show. Get rid of that. Okay. Hopefully the video driver quits acting up. Wow. Okay, we're going to go to the EMS build, EMS code. We're going to take code and the trust. Copy those, go to downloads and hit paste. They're there now. And we're going to go back to the drive and we're going to get the first to install. copy that, the downloads, paste it. This is the Java. And inside of the Java, there's these first two install. These four are dependencies that need to be installed for Java to be deployed. And then it's the first one is this one. And it installed. The second one are the fonts. And that one's now been installed. The next one is Java. And then that one has now been installed. And the last one is the actual Java. And from there, we need to ensure that we've got the correct version of Java. And the correct version is 17.013. Runtime environment. God.
Chair, can you resize the display a little bit? Sometimes it
what I'm
can be
doing.
helpful. Yeah.
That's what I just did. Can you see the JDK versions? It's probably easier to see with it off. They're right here at the bottom. But now in the middle of the screen. Okay.
Excuse me, Jack.
Yes.
Can you return to the version of the Java and don't highlight it?
This is the version and the date of the build right here. The runtime environment.
Please
can
remove
run.
the highlight. As
Is that good enough? Can we move? We're moving on, or you need me to read something else?
malabas yung message. Di mo ba? Jack, can you please?
Jack, is it possible? Can we remove the highlights?
Yes. Oh, wow. There you go. Something's going on with the video card and it's blurring the screens every once in a while. Is everyone ready to move on?
Hijack, I think in the chat it says you can proceed.
Okay. Okay, so that's the end of the Java installation. Now we need to get the Gradle. Gradle 8.7. And we need to copy it into downloads. And it's there. And so we've opened a terminal from there. And we're typing in the command to create a directory for Gradle to reside in. We've done that. And now we're going to unzip Gradle. Into that directory. Passing it. Hold on, let me get my path correct. Downloads, Gradle 7, 8. Home Gradle, download 7, 8. Whoa, what's going on? That's a command. That's stupid. Oh well, I'm gonna just, because I'm having graphics problems, I'm gonna put it in the directory and I'm gonna say unzip sudo unzip -d /opt /Gradle space should be Gradle zip 27.bin. Yep. And I'll give it the password. It is working and it's done. Next. We need to edit the profile. And with that, we need to add 2 lines to this file. setting the path for the directory we just made. Wow, that's not even working. Gradle, opt, Gradle dash 8.7. And then the next line is export. You're going to see these lines again at the end because we're going to have to put them in manually before executing the build. Okay. And with that, we're going to control save. It wrote those two lines. We're going to go control X to get out of there. And just for the fun of it, we're going to do it again just to make sure they're in there. They are. Control X and we're out. Okay, from there, we do a source /etc/ profile .d /gradle .sh, and that's got too many capitals in it. Gradle .sh. This may not work. I may have to type the path, but it did. So that we're good to go. Now we're going to check the Gradle version. And I'm going to return this a few times to get it out of those lines at the bottom, and then I'm getting the mouse off of it, which that ain't going to help. There. So that's the build time. The version is Gradle 8.7. This was when it was built. That's the revision. And all of these all match up to what is written in the document for the build. So now we move. What do I need to do next? Okay. All right. So from here, CV. There we go. We're going to make a directory for the EMS called ph-ems. What? It's based on md ph.ems. Now we made that directory. That directory lives in home. So we're going to go to downloads. I'm sorry, we're going to go to the drive. We're going to get I did put the trusted build code in there. Here it is. This is the trusted build document that travels with the trusted build. We're now going to copy the trusted build into this folder. And then we're going to run the hash value for it. There it is. Paste. And from here, we're going to pull the terminal up. SHA-256 sum BH. That is the SHA-256 sum for what resides right here. And I'm going to go back to downloads and pull this up and see if I can get it on the screen at the same time in a readable format. There's the SHA-256. Come on. And here's the SHA for what previously was created. I'm going to leave that on the screen until someone tells me we can move on. Chat. I have in the chat that we are ready to proceed. So I'm going to go ahead and close out the hash and close out this SHA-SUN. And I'm going to close out this terminal.
All right, Jack, wait. I think
Okay.
Director Eden is typing something.
Okay.
They are requesting to please change the contrast of the white screen.
Okay. I'll
Earlier.
go back and do that right now. So this is in downloads. You need the contrast changed on this one? Or is it the terminal?
So they can compare the original hash.
Okay, well, I'll go back and do, I'll run a SHA-256 off
They
of,
just said that is good.
hold on, here. We'll launch a terminal. From here, I can do preferences, colors. What is, we did yellow on black last time. This screen is killing me. Text. I can barely move around because the
Maybe you
graphic.
can reset it a few times more to remove that jittering. Yeah.
All right. Now, where did we get font size? Font. Because then I can't remember where we went. Where we got out the bumblebee colors. That didn't help. It's a theme, is what it is. I forgot where we did this. This was 100-pound list.
Can you go down to the custom palette?
No, you can't. Doesn't really do anything. It was where, it was somewhere where it wasn't supposed to be. It was just like a profile out of nowhere. Is everybody good with what we had? Or do I need to keep trying to find where to change the colors? See if anybody's talking in the chat.
Just as good. They said, can you display it again?
Yeah, I can display it again. It's just, I don't,
The original hash, please.
the original
Can you
hash?
display it again, the original hash?
The original hash is in here. The original trusted build hash is there. I don't know why it's got highlights under it, but that's the original.
Okay. Please hold.
Okay.
Flash.
Yeah, we were able to change it to yellow and black, but it was like, and get it zoomed. But I didn't see anything in there. Or do you want me to run the terminal yet?
Can you place it side by side? Like you had it the first time where it was
Okay.
in the same screen?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, and then I need to go into home, PHP, launch a terminal. 2, 5, 6, space P8 tab. All right, so let's try to get this over here. I can move that side by side with the text editor. How about that? Up and down.
There we go.
Is that good enough?
It's on the same screen. She said, good, please hold.
I can make it better than that. I can get it right side by side. I mean, you can compare that really easy.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Please proceed.
Okay, we'll move forward now. And you get all these hash values off the screen. Here, we're going to open in terminal. We're going to run an unzip PHP zip. It is done. There's an issue here because now let me go out and look at this. These two are still zipped. So we'll open in terminal and say unzip EMS -1.4.12.zip. And then we will unzip the DB. Same command, get rid of the zip, EMS underbar DB dash 1.4.12 dot zip. Okay, now those are unzipped, and we have one more minor thing to do. We need to go to this Gradle's property and comment out the local, which caused the issue before. It did not take the override command for the build. And then we need to take the uncomment, the production one. We're going to save this. Then we're going to verify it again that the save took, and it did. And now we're going to move forward. And with that, I'll pull out this document. And so we're here. There is no Gradle here. So in the folder. So we're going to go back to downloads, and actually I'm going to double check something real quick. Gradle offline. Gradle. I'm going to copy that, and we're going to put that in the PH EMS folder. .gradle.zip. Let me double check that just to make sure. Gradle offline. Yeah, okay. Pretty sure that we're okay there. I'm going to go back to the home directory. Go back to the PH EMS. There's my Gradle. Going to launch a terminal from here. We are going to unzip space dash Q space Gradle dot zip. Next step is to get inside the EMS folder, CD into the EMS folder, and then the build folder. Right click, launch a terminal. And this is where we're going to have to put in a bunch of paths. And there's one of our paths. We're going to do the other path. Double checking that, and it looks good. And then we need to do the user home. Now we're going to echo out each of those so we can see them. Gradle, that is nowhere near it. Gradle, underbar user, underbar home is what we just set it to. Echo out Gradle home. That's what we set it to. And then we'll, just for the sake of argument, we'll do path. Oh, no, sorry. We need a $sign there. And it's got the op Gradle in it. So at this point, we're ready to run the actual build. We're going to run Gradle build space dash capital P spring dot profile dot active equals PH prod space dash dash offline space dash X test. And at
Oh,
this
X
point,
and test, there's a space in it. There has to be a space.
where? Oh, X test, I see it.
Yeah, maybe repair. We try it again.
Yes, I will. Now let's try again. And it's compiling in Java, and hopefully this continues on for about 4 minutes. And then we'll have a build, and the last command will be Gradle war. And then we'll need to do hash values, the SHA-256 sum, and create a hash value to go along with the final trusted build. And since the code didn't change, everything else should remain constant. And it said it was successful in 52 seconds, 4 executable tasks, 4 executed. Now we just type Gradle 4. And that is now complete. So what we're doing visually from here is we're in there. Where did it go? Now we need to generate the hash values. And those should be home, EMS, build, libs. And here is our hash, or not our hash value, our actual build. And what we want to do from here is do a SHA-256 sum of PH war, and we're going to pull that up on the screen, and then we're going to output it afterwards, but I want to pull it up on the screen for anybody who wants to take pictures before we actually create a file. So that everyone, whoever wants to take photographs, get this, that's fine. We're going to go back and run the same command with a pipe to get it out to a EMS hash file. EMS SHA-256 .csv. Somebody in the chat, if you would, just when everybody's good, let me know. Please hold on. Not a problem. I think I have please proceed. And with that, we're going to do the same thing to EMS .256.csv. What did I do wrong? Oh, we're in Linux. Sorry. I gotta write a whole command. I think I can just do this. Where are the brackets? Bracket, bracket, backslash. Where's backslash? Okay, maybe I can't do that. I don't have a backslash key. Oh, there it is. Nope. Backslash, semicolon, space, hash, CS. What? I'm gonna have to type this whole damn thing out. There's pipe. Oh, where am I? That's the EMS war. Now we'll go back to the terminal and then pull up the editor. Come on. Where's the text editor? There it is. Okay, here's our text editor. Where is our terminal? Terminal. Where's our terminal? God, it's killing me. There. What? I don't know what this is. That's EMS. That's not even the file I was looking for. Okay, somebody want to give me a command real quick to pipe this out? That's not what I want. Close this. Close this. close this, call up this, launch a terminal, SHA 256 some,
You want to pass it?
yeah. What's the command?
Oops, Find character one.
The straight pipe?
Yeah.
I tried that. Command not found. Just a single pipe?
Yeah.
Um,
Pipe character connects the output of one program to the input of another.
Well, somebody will tell me what command I'm supposed to be using. Please remove the space. Jackie, you need space in the file name? I need space in the file name. Why is this not there? The SHA-256. I'm gonna pipe it to hash. Hash table empty. SHA. I'm at a loss. I can't think. I've been here too long. No, that's pipe right there. Didn't work. Pipe didn't work. That's a Windows command. Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, I thought you were getting that.
It's not.
Yeah.
Tried the Windows command. I don't know what I'm doing. Can't think of anything. I'm brain dead. Hey, I finally got it to work. There we go. Now that's the same as doing the terminal. Where's the terminal? Terminal is there. There's my, I'm going to rename this to hash.cds when we're done verifying this. So I'm going to run just the SHA-256 again. Let's get them both on the screen at the same time. There is the terminal. That here's the one out of the terminal. And what happened? What is, close that, close that, close that, close that, and go back to here. And now minimize that, bring that up. Here's the SHA, and there's the output. And I'll leave that up for photographing. I will be renaming that file though to hash.csv. Tell me when to proceed, and I'm going to be copying that file onto a drive for Comelec and a drive for ProVNV. And then I'll seal up Comelec's and we'll be sending it with ourselves to Manila Saturday. Are we okay to proceed?
Try to highlight the bottom hash.
The bottom hash, highlight it. Does that help? Can you see it? Oh, where'd you see that? Oh, okay.
They're asking you to make it bigger.
The bottom hash.
Control plus sign.
Where's the plus sign on his keyboard? Is that good? Better. That's as far as it goes.
Put the handwriting
Most of them are taking pictures.
in. Proceed.
Proceed. So this is going to be Comalex Drive. We're making a copy of the source, the hash values, and the build and the hash values. I don't know what this EMS is, but it is the same hash as the other. I think it may be generated during the build process. So I'm going to copy it as well as the hash that I created. I'm renaming it. And the three of these I don't know what this one is. Okay. I know where I'm at now. So we're going to copy these. And we're going to paste these. That's the build, and that was the build and all the hash values. And the code with its hash values are pasted on there. I'm going to then take that one out and put Proviant these in and do the exact same thing. No. We are going to go to USB drives and put that one in. Okay. And devices USB drive. And there's a problem with that device. Unable to access. Okay, Podium view will get a different copy.
Monitors.
No, it's, who knows? It's an old drive. It's not showing up now. Here we go with the stupid Windows thing again. This isn't USB 3 though. Okay.
Jack, before we proceed, can we do the CAT application.properties file? The one we did to check this is actually the PH Pro setting? Just to be 100% sure.
Sure. Hang on. Let me give me a second and I'll get it set up.
All right.
Okay, you are. It's cat. Hold on.
Yeah, first we go into the where the build folder is located, and open a terminal and CAT. Start. Yeah.
All right. So you want the war file? How far down do you want?
That's the. Go to the source folder. That's the DB. Yeah. Yeah, that one. And this is go one level up. Can we go on one level up? Yeah. One more.
Yes.
Yeah, and from here, open a terminal here and type in the exact same command we did before. So CAT starting with build. So we need to check the first and the second line.
Okay.
Yeah, application properties.
Oops, I typed something wrong. I'm sure. Hang on.
It's
Yeah.
a resource. Resource has a typo. Yeah.
Yep.
And can you go to the start of the logs? Yeah, PH Pro. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we are good to go. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, now what was I doing? I'm creating a ProView and V1. I've got the code. I'm not gonna get that. I need home, PHP, EMS, build, vibes. Come on. is taking? Okay. Now with that, I'm going to get, this is the Connelect thumb drives. I'm going to go get a package and a seal. We'll seal it up and I'll bring it to Manila. Okay. I've asked Michael Walker, our program manager, to come in, project manager, to come in, and he's going to be a second witness. This is the Connelect drive containing all the hashes, the source code, and everything from the build. I'm putting it in an envelope that is sealed. And I am then going to put what number we got. Show that to the camera. We are putting on, read it out.
23B04219.
And that is going to be now placed on the envelope. Pick it up and show it to them again.
It is placed.
That is on the envelope. And now we both are going to sign on the seal and the envelope. This will be returning to Manila January. They are going to Manila January the 4th to be turned over to the PMO for safekeeping at the end bank. And now the final step in this whole process is we are going to shred. We'll disconnect everything. There we go. We are now going to shred the hard drive. And with that, we're going to shred -N space 3 -V space dev SDA. What did I do wrong? Shred. What did I do wrong? Shred. Oh,
Maybe sudo.
yeah, the 3 spaced. Shred -N3 -V dev SDA. Permissions denied. Sudo shred -N3 -V space dev SDA EMS. And it's going to randomly run until it eats itself. And when everything is done, I'm going to come back and I will be deleting this this VM off of the machine. So with that, we're done for the evening, and we will bring this with us to Manila. Franz, do you have anything?
No, I'm good, Jack. Thanks.
Okay. We'll see you guys Saturday. All right. We'll leave it all running.
Oh, Jack. I just posted up, can you state the question?
Sure. Respond. Sure.
Well, let me reply to you.
Yeah, go ahead. Reply. There's been a request for questions and answers, and sure, we're available for that. The chat?
Yeah. All right, they're saying can you stay for a question and answer, Q&A?
Yes.
Can you hear us? Yes.
I can't hear anybody.
Yeah. I said yes, but cannot hear you.
I'm gonna sit the rest of your morning, but yes, I'll come back for questions and answers.
Right, he's typing.
That's fine.
So,
Are you gonna chat the question?
I'll find out.
So the floor is now open for any questions, especially for our friends from the media.
Hi, sir.
Ma'am Sandra.
Hi, sir. Good morning. I'm Sandra from GMA 7. Just want to ask about, there seems to be a difficulty a while ago. I just want to be able to explain it to the public what happened a while ago. There seems to be like a struggle or a challenge somewhere while he was doing, while he was presenting it a while ago.
Sorry, is it regarding the blinking screen?
It's the actual process of doing the build. No? There was a struggle in terms of typing the syntax code and so on. Kasi the expectation is they already done this a couple of times. So then that means they have to have a script that they find in building it. No? So I think that's a question. No? So the question is, why suddenly there was a struggle in typing the correct syntax?
Sir, I will let Mr. Jack Cal
Yes.
answer. I will just type the question on the chat box.
Nirahash ko na lang yung tanong.
By the way, Director Franz is also here with us online. Well, Director Eden is typing in. Yeah, we can hear you, Jack. We can hear you.
Yeah.
That's simple.
The difficulty in typing some commands
is
this
this
keyboard
keyboard is not a working keyboard, and things are not in the place that I'm used to. This is not mine, it's one of my employees, and I don't like
constantly switching between Linux and Windows and all sorts of different things. And mine gets logged up at 9:15 at night. Sometimes I can't think of what's going on. So if it was finger doing, it was more the keyboard. If it's literally like I can't think right now, that's me personally, and I just couldn't recall what I needed to do. As a matter of fact, like the hash, piping out the hash, I had tried that first, but I probably had fat fingered something, so it didn't work. So I was trying to think of another way, because there's about 1,000 ways to do everything in Linux. Mm-hmm.
Was it the same procedures that was done in the first trusted build?
No, they're not. I will tell you where they differ.
Was it the same equipment and keyboards that were used?
Same equipment, same keyboard, same camera setup, same everything,
But
different steps. And the steps
what was Hunter typing?
Mhm.
Okay, that's you weren't typing on that keyboard, so make sure you tell that. Hunter was typing on that keyboard. That's his keyboard.
Yeah, that's his keyboard. So the majority of everything was the same. Of course, we got to build a VM, we've got to install Linux, all of that stuff was the same. The B2 zip bzip2 is the same. Doing the guest additions is the same. Copying over the EMS code was the same. Differences in this one and the first one come into play with the Gradle. We did everything the exact same in Gradle up until a point, and that point was altering the EMS local profile on the copying over of the zip file and extracting everything. That one command where I commented out local and highlighted ph prod was different. And then the actual final command was Gradle build dash pspring dot profiles dot active equals ph prod space dash dash offline dash x space test. That was in this one. In the first one, the build was simply Gradle build dash p profile equal ph prod, and that was it. But that command did not overwrite that configuration or properties file that we had to go alter and set it from local to use the profile hard coded. They hard coded the property instead of trying to override it, because it evidently in offline it doesn't override every time. It's kind of quirky, but in online that doesn't cause an issue. So no, those were the only differences though. Everything was the same except the build command, the altering of the file to make sure we commented out local. Everything else was the exact same. Any more questions?
Other than that, typing now. Asking Juno Yoon, can you confirm?
What is it?
Junho, Juno Yoon?
June.
June,
yeah.
Can you confirm?
Yeah, I've already I have monitored everything that happened today, and I'm confirming that today's build is stable and we are good to proceed. And thank you for Jack for all the hard work today, and we'll make it better for the ACM and CCM.
June said, yes, I confirm build is stable and we are good to proceed.
Is that all the questions?
June's typing something else.
Okay. Oh, this one's lasting longer than I thought. We're on our second pass.
And June said, I have no further questions.
Did June have this question?
So everyone have a good day. And Eden asked June to repeat the first 5 characters and the last 5 characters of the hash of the source code.
Oh, the hash for the source?
She's asking June.
Can you hear me, Jack?
Yes.
Okay. So can you show it to me so I can repeat the first 5 characters of the hash?
A source or the build?
Let me check the chat again. Source code.
Source code.
Yeah, Director Eden says the last 5 characters of the hash of the source code. I have to repeat it.
Yeah. Not a problem. First 5. 2,
And the
8.
last 5. So
Okay.
can you make it a little bigger? It's kind of a little blurry. I can only make out the 9.
Better?
Yes, the first 5 character is 290F7, and the last is 8.
2. Hold on.
2
280F7, and I'll read your last
2.
5.
Yeah,
The last 5 are 9D0EE.
9D0EE.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that better? Can you see it, Walk?
Okay, I will confirm with the chat.
Okay.
And then Eden just said, thank you.
Mhm. That shred is still going. They're gonna pass 3.
We asked, okay, to sign off.
Yeah. This is gonna run 3 passes and not eat itself, I think.
Oh. Why is there only one envelope for the USB source then?
Because the stick has the source and the build on it. Both the source, the hash values for the source, the build, and the hash value for the builds are both on one drive. It wasn't large enough to take multiple drives to do the source and the build on separate drives. How big is this?
You have a copy as ICE?
Yes. My copy. Their copy. My copy. Documents, home, THP, EMS, build, vibes, properties. Uh-oh, I think we're finally losing it.
We'll turn over to the PMO because it is actually
sure.
that will coordinate transmitting to the central bank.
All right, thank you very much for the clarification.
What I always there are no other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Check properties of build.
Okay,
Video in the back.
okay, can I? Okay.
Yes, please. Just
So just then the public can see the whole picture of this system. How can we assure that the accuracy and the integrity of the whole system, of the whole process, so that we can just assure the voters, the public about this?
I think your question is related to the issuance of the certification that is
to certify as well that the source code which was reviewed is the one in the same use by the equipment for the election. So that is really, in a nutshell, the purpose of the certification. Thank you. If there are no more questions, may we ask Sir Dodi?
Thank you, Attorney. But the same token, as you were saying, with regards to international certification, what proving we conducted was only for one aspect of the lot, not the entire three, including the transmission and the overseas. I'm trying to echo the question raised by our person from media. So how can Comelec assure us that all three components will be assured that they are running, let's say, actively and securely? Because on this aspect, we're only talking of one. How about the other two, which are also critical?
Thank you, Professor. Now, this is day 2. And after today, we have a January 3? 4. And that's for the EMS. And then we have yet to schedule, tentatively, we have the trusted build for the sets and also for the OVCS, which tentatively, second week of January, maybe. So we are going to have that. And I'd like to thank the members of the press, Sandra, the lady from PTV4, and the double barrel critic from BPCRV.
It stays up and running when I try to reboot.
Because were it not for your scrutiny of our processes, we would not have the benefit of the wisdom and the observation. As we said at the beginning, we observe, we verify, and that way we bolster the confidence. Trusted build builds trust. Thank you very much. Engineer.
Yeah, I have another question. With regards to the last trusted build session we will have in January 4, what do we expect to do there? Recently, for 2 reasons. One is we get more prepared. Both on Comelec side to put the right resource people involved there, as well as on our side to be able to prepare the right resources that we have to validate them. The second question I have is, with the case of the sets, what do we expect in terms of ensuring accuracy of that setup? Because there's no such thing as a hash code for the sets, because these are just really not source codes, but configuration files and parameters. So how do we control or lock and make sure that the configurations that have been set into the sets will be the same one that will be running on election day? Thank you.
Eden, Director Bobo, are we allowed to go ahead and exit the meeting? Or are there more questions?
As to the first question, while you read it, I think the second question. The January course, part 3, supposedly for the live test of the EMS, is a contingency measure for the Comelec. In case some problem drops up now, we have already a separate setting for the continuation of the live test. But given the success of the live test of the EMS production mode right now, I think we'll be awaiting the decision of the PMO, and the next time that we meet will be, as Commissioner Maced had stated, for the live test, for that of the sets, the OVCS, and the fast track. So please kindly just await the next announcement as to whether we proceed or cancel the January 4 for the EMS, because already we're done with EMS.
Okay, when you mean fast track, which components are we referring to? If our understanding is the EMS, we're talking about value generation and so on. The fast track will be covering the actual source code that will be running on the ECM, and the source code that will be running on the CCS, the backend server. Is that the right expectation?
That's accurate, sir.
Okay.
So there are 3 components in the fast track. It's
I think that is not yet presented here.
Director Jeannie, please.
Good morning. Sir, Tasha has EMS. OBCS also has a different EMS. So magkakaroon din po tayo ng compilation or trusted build on EMS of the OBCS. Ngayon po, we just conducted the EMS para po makapag-start na tayo ng loading ng election data for printing on January 6.
So in other words, we have two separate EMS.
Yes.
How can we be ensured that those two will work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
They're integrated, sir. We already have tested yung integration ng dalawa. There will be data that will be provided by the fast track EMS to be loaded doon naman sa OBCS. Data naman lang po yun, but the application are different, separated.
So it will be safe to say that, okay, from the EMS, separate from the CCS, would also be separate?
CCS is one lang po, fast track. So, yun po yung integration nila.
Yeah.
Pag pumasok sa CCS, integrated na yung dalawang data, dalawang result.
Understood, because that is the most mission critical.
Yes.
Because without the necessary security controls with the CCS, which I believe probably the will also certify, correct me if I'm wrong, then all kinds of cheating can happen on CCS, not in the EMS. And that's what we're trying to safeguard against the cheating. And if there's any cheating, we would like to know how can we detect where the source of the cheating happened, if ever.
Director Jeannie. There are no more questions. We will,
Sorry, I thought the reason why there are Part 2 and Part 3 for December 30 and January 4 is because January 4 is we already, tama ba, Commissioner Maceda? We already finalized the ballot phases by January 3. Kaya sa January 4, yung EMS for the ballot phases, yung gagamitin na for the May 12, hindi yan yung, kasi parang nagulungan ako doon sa sabi ni Director Rex na ika-cancel na yung January 4. Ako, akala ko, yung January 4 because yung titignan ko yung date, bakit may dalawa pa? So, ako naisip ko, yung January 4 because symbolic yan, January 3 yung finalization ng ballot phases. Yun ang ano yan kasama rin sa work ng EMS yun. Diba? So, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong.
You want it? Yeah. Well, like Director Rex mentioned earlier, January 4 was really just a contingency date. In the event that, based on today's exercise, we detect or we realize that there are matters that still have to be fine-tuned. And it does not appear that we will, so far, that we will need any additional date for an additional bill. So with that having been said, we just await the announcement of the BMO about confirming about January 4, which as of this day we don't feel that we need to have a third day. But you're right, because ballot printing begins on January 6 and the finalization is January 3.
Yeah, thank you again. Follow-up question na ba? Just to clarify, no? Yung envelope na papadala, di ba? That will go to BSP and open, di ba? Tama ba? As I understand din kanina, no? So hindi siya gagamitin dito para i-load dito sa ating EMS system, no? So, okay, so just to clarify that one. And then, siguro, what we witnessed today, di ba? Dun sa ginawa ni Jack and Company, no?
pre-elect. This is the pre-election logic and accuracy testing. So those hash codes are also checked on all machines where the final system is installed. So there will be another chance to check those hash codes during the final testing and sealing, which will happen around 1 week before election day. And also on election day itself, when the teachers open the machines and turn on the machines, the initialization report, there is a portion on the screen where the hash code is also displayed and it can also be printed. So the TOR requires that all reports that will be generated by all machines should contain that hash code.
And as you know, each and every event inaugurated by Director Bono, all of you will be present or will have the opportunity to be present once again.
Yeah, as a follow-up to my colleague here from Buildfor, in eventuality, there is a difference of hash code. What are the steps that the polling precinct or whoever is in the front line would do? Would they start the election right there and then? Or would they have to document it
change in the code. No? Even a small N to NA or NA to N will change the hash code. Even a small change in the color of the screen will change the hash code. So that's why we are sure, and we've been always talking about the hash code kasi that will give us an absolute certainty that what we have seen in the review is the same one that runs in the machine. So I think that would be my suggestion, no? Is to not to be too complicated about it. This number will ensure, you know, na tama yung tumatakbong makina. Just so this doesn't become a burden now of the citizens' army. It's really the public, everybody need to know that that's how we are all assured as the public that the machine is not a bird. They don't have to consult the citizens' army to tell them that. No? We will be testing the watchdog. We will report if we see anomalies, but as a public, I think they need to also understand in this modern world, there's a such thing called hash code that will control the purity of the program that runs the machine. Thank you.
Dun sa hash code tayo, dun sa ACM, for example. So, yung ACM machine will execute the SHA command. Hindi lang siya display from a text file. So kahit naman yung kanina, no, virtual na yung code na install doon siya. Kaya nga lang, meron yung ACM, for example, meron pa rin ba siya USB port or di kaya yung SD card slot. How would we know na yung machine will not boot doon sa external storage, doon siya na-boot sa internal na kung saan natin i-save yung lahat ng mga codes, di ba? Baka lahat na yun, so tayo, okay, tama yung nakalagay dyan, no? Or yung pala na-boot doon sa USB, hindi ka sa SD card.
So, let me answer the question. I'm not speaking on behalf of Comelec here. I'm speaking on what I observed when we did the source code review. Pag nag-run po yung program natin, doon sa makina, meron pong mga hash numbers sa ilalim. Yun po yung hash code. So, I think ang balance, we want to be sure na pag tumakbo yung ACM mo, meron pa rin yung number doon sa ilalim. No? Kasi that's how we have reviewed the source code. That you have the hash code at the bottom of the screen so that the program or the system itself is showing that this is the code that is running. So yun, that eliminates this doubt about it. Tinat mo lang sa text file yan. Ito mismo is yung program ang nagtatakbo nung code na yun, display dash code. So siguro, if that disappears, I think you have to reinstate that. No? Medyo tuloy na nag-build na tayo. No? Pero I would believe that that is there. No? Kasi that's what we reviewed in the source code review. Or if it's not, then we're talking about different source code now. So yun lang. We reviewed that. It is there. If it doesn't run with that now, then we have reviewed a different source code.
Tapos yung pag-boot sa external.
I was just talking to Director Bolo because a lot of these things are going to be verified by your watchers on the ground. And we do know that the watchers on the ground per precinct are supposed to be registered. Ideally, our voters also in that precinct. So when they do vote themselves, imagine the number of fail-safes we have. We have the pre-lag, we have the FTS, we have the same day. And afterwards, when you vote, it's in the ER. No? But even as you vote, there's a command there. It's like a system info, yung about. Lalabas din doon. So, ilan ito? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 or 6 fail-safes. So, for us, we are betting that that is enough, more than enough. Or if we want to add more, you know. Yes.
is this